Hello everybody, my name is Alesh Eisner and welcome to the Canadian Money Talk, the channel about Canadian investing and personal finance. Please like and subscribe. I record 2 videos per week, so make sure you ring the notification bell to get notified each time one comes out. This is my weekly thoughts on market happenings for the week ending December 17, 2021. Now, for the indexes for the week, both Canadian and US indexes as well as oil were all down for the week. Omicron and the expected monetary tightening darkened the outlook for stocks and oil use. The Federal Reserve had its two-day meeting on Tuesday and Wednesday. The central bank released a statement on Wednesday with quarterly projections for the economy, inflation, and interest rates. Chairman Jerome Powell also held a press conference. Investors were watching closely this week for the commentary around the Fed plans to accelerate by lowering the bond buying each month by $30 billion, the end of its bond buying program. The Fed announced that it would accelerate the taper of its asset purchases, putting those on track to end early next year. It also said its members expected 3 rate hikes in 2022. The three major market averages were down Wednesday before the Fed statement was released at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. All three reversed higher and then extended their gains as Fed Chair Jerome Powell conducted his news conference. This was a relief rally where the new certainty of what was happening drove the markets. Experts think the interest rate raises could begin as soon as March, but it's more likely tapering will be done in the first quarter, followed by quarter% increases every quarter until end of 2023. The U.S. Producer Price Index rose 9.6% year over year, which is a new record. Turning to Canada, the fiscal update from the Canadian federal government had no extra spending announced. The update includes a $4.5 billion provision for dealing with Omicron, as well as several $billion for procurement of therapeutics and rapid tests. Overall, the deficit projections throughout the forecast horizon were trimmed as the government's haul from taxing individuals and corporations boosts the revenue outlook. As expected, Canada's Consumer Price Index rose 4.7% year over year last month, matching October's rate of growth and keeping inflation at the highest level since February of 2003. Gasoline was the primary driver, as prices at the pump surged 43.6% compared to a year earlier. Statistics Canada noted that furniture prices rose almost 9% due to higher shipping costs, while the cost of groceries rose at the fastest pace since January of 2015. All of this is going to keep up with the rate hike pressure. As a general update on inflation, some of it is still transitory, but we saw a lot of it in asset inflation in stocks and real estate, even before the regular consumer price index showed it. Some of it will go away as supply chain issues get resolved, but ones like labor costs won't. The central banks will raise interest rates, and eventually the inflation will be around the 2% target central banks look for. Speaking of central banks, during a renewal of its mandate, the Bank of Canada has added a secondary mandate to target employment, in addition to targeting inflation, which is going to be its main target still. And Bank of England hiked its interest rate, starting to be the first bank to do so. The Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, or OSFI, announced today it will maintain the minimum qualifying rate for uninsured homebuyers, that is, those who put down at least 20% upfront, at the existing levels. As such, borrowers will still have to show that they can service their obligations at the higher of 5.25% or their contract rate plus 2 percentage points. Next week, there will be minimal financial goings-on as things shut down for Christmas. The low expected trading volume can create some interesting situations and significant price movements in stocks, as a small buyer or seller can move the stock price of even larger companies. That concludes this week's news. If you have any requests on what you'd like me to cover in future videos, please put that into the comment section. Please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and may you have a profitable day.